a daisy.
Lieutenant, this is the hospital. Who do you think you are?
I need to check. Okay. Hey guys, so it's me again. I'm recording my next IFR day video for whenever it's needed, which is probably going to be tomorrow, because as you can see today, right now, today is Thursday. You saw the drive day video. Right now, as you can probably hear and see, I'm watching Midnight Raven's premiere. She's doing a live premiere right now for her makeup. I didn't expect you guys to be able to hear the music from my phone. I have a single piece headset. I would, but I'm driving this, so I can't really comment anymore. I would definitely comment if I could. So yeah, if you haven't already realized or seen, her Midnight Raven's content is advertised on my channel for an extra month, and then it will switch to someone else's. I put a playlist of someone of their channel and put it on my front page to give them a little bit of a shout out and just, you know, attention so and so. So yeah, that's the Midnight Raven. Go ahead and check her out. Like and subscribe her content if you find it something appealing. She has a good stuff. I mean, yes, she does do a lot of unboxing and makeup stuff, but it's stuff that guys find interesting too. I know her personally, so there was a little bit of a connection there for me and her. I better get gas. Think about that. Hi guys, I'll be right back real quick. I have to go and get gas. I'm not gonna make it to the airport on a quarter tank, so I'll be back. Alright, let's try this again, shall we? I think Raven's premiere ended, sadly. But yeah, you gotta get going. It takes like 34 minutes to... Yeah, it ended. Sadly. But, okay. So, let's get going. I'm gonna try and do this trip without GPS, even though I have it on standby. Because I've done this so many trips so many times by now, I should know it off by heart. But so this time we're going somewhere a little bit different. As you can see, it's getting towards nighttime. Sundown was at 5 p.m, so it's 28 minutes since it went down. Although technically it was overcast for all of the day. So today I was supposed to go flying, but as you can see, this is why they cancelled, because it's constant IFR. There was nothing but green stuff on the weather map. So I did the homework that I needed to for the aviation. For some reason I'm struggling with the climb stuff. I don't know why. I mean, I passed the study session that I'm supposed to have done, but I barely scraped past again. I got 40 questions right the first time. 39 is the 80% mark, and I got 40 out of 49 correct, and that's just isn't good enough. Not for me anyway. I don't know why that always happens to me. Like, I always get, I mean, on the Jepson, I failed for the first time. I failed by 1 point. I always get close, like 69 out of 70 questions correct, and you know, it was a 79% out of 80, and it was just, it was stupid. I'm trying to make sure that no matter what, the first time I take those tests, even if I don't get 100%, I at least get 80, because they take the first score to calculate your average, and you got to make sure you get a B average for out the entire class. You can retake them as many times as you want to get 100%. It's just the very first one counts. I don't know. This what makes me nervous about the knowledge exam, because I'm horrible at taking tests. It isn't like I don't know the stuff, because clearly I do. The Jepson I have no problem with, and I get that out of the way fast and furious, and then for some reason I go into the Glame. Oh, the Glime, however you pronounce it, and I do almost poorly. It's just stupid mind stuff games. Like, I get in my own head, and I know it too, and that's what's frustrating about it. When I try to not rush and just take my time with the questions, like I was taking like a minute and 30 seconds on each question, and the stupid part about it is I just answer these questions in the Jepson online course, and I know the answers. It's just as soon as I went to the Glame, it was like a freaking mental block, and it literally the only difference was the name on the product instead of, that's all it was, and it's so stupid. So yeah, if you saw the last Drive Me class, you saw the bonus content at the end, hopefully. I got a new camera thanks to donations, to the contribution to the channel, and I'm putting them back in to the channel. When I was doing the review videos, it helped watching the videos, but I realized it would help a lot more if I could actually see the instruments as well as what I'm looking at. So I got a camera of the chest position, so I can see the instruments as well as my POV. So yeah, Moji's in charge, Fiona's second in charge, but they only have to be in charge for 4 hours instead of 12 hours because I didn't have a flight. I'm kind of hoping they do an explanation of the MyFBO thing, the thing that we use to schedule and check in, etc. Because the help, the FAQ stuff doesn't work because everything's Flash and Flash doesn't work on Chrome anymore, so the videos don't play. And I think they use Java as well, and because I normally take time to go through it, and to be honest, there's a lot there that just doesn't make sense. But I've gone days, you know, I've gone through each section, click buttons, see what they do and what they don't do, and I didn't click on buttons that I did not touch. I'm familiarized with it. It's just the actual process of checking in, checking out, and scheduling flights. I'm sure they're gonna go into it, but who knows? Oh, please don't say I forgot my freaking pen. Yeah, I forgot my pen. I thought I had one on me. Oh, I got pencils in the bag at least. I always have pens on me. I can't believe. Trying to not get blinded by their headlights. It isn't working. I'm trying to do the trick of staring at the white line at the side, not their lights, to avoid the glare of the lights, but it doesn't really work. Kind of interested to see how these cameras do at night. If it's just going to be pure black or if it's going to do something different. So I did, even though I got the new camera, I switched them around. I got the newer camera now on my head, which is the one that you saw the bonus stuff that was originally on my chest. And I swapped it with the old camera is now on my chest and the newer camera is now on my head because it has a wider screen and it's better for panoramic views. The Hero Session is better for what it's being used for right now. Straight and level shots. Trying to not miss the turn. I think this is it. Yeah, Indian Trail. That's why I was kind of going slow because that's the thing I don't understand about Waze is because when I'm going to the airport, it has me going straight ahead, but when it comes head back, it has me coming the opposite way, coming through on this road the opposite way. It's apparently 10 minutes faster. So why is it 10 minutes faster going to the airport and not coming from the airport but not to the airport? I don't know. Perhaps it's the curvature. So the last ground lesson that I had to study for tonight's lesson is aerodynamics. All about lift, drag, weight, thrust, and stuff like that, and how as a plane climbs and descends, there is an extra beam of rate that is 90 degrees to horizontal of the ground and or the flight path. And the horizontal lift tendencies for when you turn. The centrifugal is the opposite one, and the other one I cannot pronounce, but I'm going to keep practicing until I can, is the one that compensates for lift. And when a plane is in a climb, vertical climb, lift is replaced with rate because rates and drag is behind. And there is no lift because you're in a vertical climb. And how all the forces are in equilibrium to each other when they're in a level flight. Hopefully I'm not too late. I should have left earlier for gas. I totally forgot I needed gas. This road should take us all the way to Airport Road. We turn right, and then second right takes us to the cottage, and we should be there. Class starts at 6. About 14 minutes to get there. Should be okay. Made up a little bit of time. But the headlights seem a lot dimmer. Like they don't seem as bright, which makes no sense because they haven't changed. You can tell I don't know anything about cars. Although I'm starting to learn because I'm learning airplane. I mean, apparently the Lycoan engine is somewhat similar to a car, it's just it doesn't have full cylinders, and because a car doesn't need the redundancy. Although perhaps it should, because cars break down, so maybe. Nothing but a wall of light. don't turn right here, we keep going straight. I find it hard to believe that any plane's flying in this. I mean, I'm sure the international flights are fine because they get to go up to flight levels to over 10,000 feet and above. But I don't know. I was just thinking of one of the videos I saw on YouTube and how they named it, and I was just thinking I could name this in a similar fashion. I won't do that though. The video name is called yeah, Intro into Night Flying. I was thinking I could name this, instead of Drive to Class, Intro into Night Driving. But, too cheesy. It's 35 right? I mean, I know it's going home time, that's why it's busy. It's an interesting time of day to hold lessons, but it makes sense because they do flying during the course of the day and they stop at night, so nighttime is the most productive to have class time lesson for flying instruction. Jeez, the road of headlights. Thankfully though, it's gonna be all gone at 11, so I'll be able to get home pretty fast. Yeah, right now the airport's 2 hours away. Technically it's at 2 o'clock. Which is our starboard quarter. Which is that way. These you do need brake because they're tight turns. You know that because they're not 30. The suggested speed is less than 35. You're like 15.5, so you know you're gonna need to brake or slow down a lot beforehand. So my trick of slowing down, letting the car slow down before you turn, ain't gonna work here because it's a steep turn. Scratch it, I don't know what I'm driving. I know this gets people nervous sometimes, like driving at night like this in the rain. My ex-wife was a nervous wreck while driving in these conditions. There's no way she would be able to do this. Would have been able to do this. MacArthur Road, she wouldn't be able to handle this. It's a 3-lane highway. Then again, she wasn't really a fan of driving, but I am, so I guess I kind of would have to be. Okay, now the airport's at 3 o'clock, as you can probably tell by the fencing. I got 4 minutes to get there, which is not going to happen. Amber doesn't mean stop. Class never starts on time anyway. Nose itching. Tried to ignore it, but I just couldn't in the end. Driving back home now. It was a fun class. I ended a lot earlier than normal. Normally goes into 11, but apparently he has a family issue, sudden death in the family, so he didn't really feel much like doing a lot. So we got out on time for once instead of an hour late. It's the first time I've ever come across where the entire class that I'm with doesn't mind staying until 11 o'clock, an hour later than the class is supposed to end, because everyone's enjoying the topic so much. It's interesting. I mean, yeah, we're just going over everything that we're supposed to have learned and studied in the ground lessons anyway, but it was it's an interesting, because he adds the human factor and the elements, and he adds his own personal experiences to help endorse the lessons. And so do the rest of the class. Like, we get to ask our questions, and he's pretty knowledgeable. Which is good. stopped. How dare it? Why have you stopped? You're not allowed to stop. As I thought, the traffic is a lot better. Taking forever. Yeah, but he was basically saying in 2 weeks' time we'll be doing short field landings. We're going to be start doing our cross country, so that means going to other airports in the area. Solid student plan. I don't know if I'm going to be talking a lot, only just because I don't know, kind of tired. Oh God, turn your high beams off. Impossible to see. I'm glad we got out early because I hopefully do have a flight tomorrow. My instructor hasn't cancelled, so hopefully that means I have flight 5 tomorrow, because I need to talk to him, because I tried to ask my instructor tonight, because the initial information that we got says that we're responsible for rescheduling flights if it's cancelled due to weather, because we had to fly so many hours per week, but we don't have enough information. Half the stuff I don't think people understand or remember. The lack of coordination is what really bugs me. The left hand doesn't know what the right hand or the right middle finger or the right fourth finger is doing. And the left hand has to do all the teaching. It's a very dark room. I know this is kind of the rural country road or back road. The direction that the GPS takes you through the city, there's no way I'm gonna go through it. It takes you through very sketchy parts of Allentown. I can turn the rain up. It's not really raining that much, is it? Airport to 9 o'clock. Just turn on high beams. Or fog lights will do. These aren't even my high beams, these are my fog lights. I really want to start doing night flying. No. Ugh. I haven't killed a single thing with this truck yet. Don't want to intend to start doing. Think ahead of what kind of music that I want for the recording of my solo flight. I'm trying to stop myself from doing that too, because one, I want to just get there and get it done, not worry about it so much. As in, don't count my chickens before they hatch. And I got some great advice about the patterns. He was suggesting that I would perhaps choose an aiming point that's too close to the aircraft. I should look further down the road. Instead of going down, try to fly the airplane just above the runway. Kind of want to try that tonight. I mean, I've been trying since I did it last week on Friday. Last Friday, I mean, even though I couldn't go flying for real, I actually went on X-plane for an hour and 5 minutes. Had just slow flight did pattern work. Traffic's not so bad at all as I thought. doing this trip twice in one day is a bit tedious. That's why I haven't really done a drive to class going to this particular class before. Because it would take up all the memory on the SIM cards and I wouldn't be able to do anything with it while or between flight and class. So. I can't dump it on to the iPad because I'm gonna need the iPad for my flight. There's actually much more traffic than I thought there would be around about this time. It's Thursday night, so it's not like it's a party night. I gotta do my inspection for the truck. The yearly review. A cop car right behind us. Fellas, you know we're in trouble. No, didn't follow. Say I didn't do anything. I hope there's some sort of night camera feature on these cameras. It's kind of good that I did this now because it's good to know now if I'm going to need a night camera or if I'm going to need to use that body cam for my night camera. Yeah, it looks like I'm memorized the route there and back again. It's easy to miss the turn onto Indian Trail going the other way. Maybe that's why they have you go to the gas station. Alright guys, I'm sorry, the extended periods of silence are getting too large. I'm going to go ahead and end the videos here. I will compile these, probably edit, censor some of them out. And then the next time I have an IFR day, I will upload this video. No one's coming.